Kampala is among the lucky constituencies many say is fairly represented, with over 10 members of parliament cutting across the 5 boroughs of Kampala, including Central, Kawempe, Makindye, Nakawa and Rubaga divisions, with a total number of 54 leaders at the local council level. The 2021 general elections saw a change of guard, with 9 out of the 10 MPs hailing from one party, the National Unity Platform NUP, and of the 54 councillors, 42 are from the NUP, 3 from FDC, with the ruling NRM having the least number of representatives. But with all this representation and a change in leadership, Kampala's problems remain constant, if not escalating, with many asking where the mass of this leadership could be.
I think we need them to add their voice. It is lacking. We normally see them acting on media stations, but we want to see them coming physically, holding issues physically.
I've never been immature in politics. My politics has been clear. I've been vouching for a better budget for this city for all the years I came in. And I told them, you might ignore it today, but it will come to bite.
The leaders who could come up to counteract, to represent people with a voice of reason, people who can debate policies, people who can debate against bad plans of evicting people. Some of us are out of parliament.
The councillors point at the members of parliament as the movers of the puzzle, while the MPs insist they are delivering on their mandate. Hakim Kiza Saula, a councillor of Lubya Parish in Lubaga North, says the MPs have not done enough.
Everyone in Kampala is talking about potholes. And you know that in the coming budget, 2023-24, KCCA did not receive any single coin in the engineering department. And you want these potholes to be handled or to construct more roads entirely. And you don't come up to help to increase the budget of KCCA. So what do you want me to do as a road councillor? It is your role.
Kiza says Kampala is fortunate to have leaders competent in various fields and others chairing committees of influence, and yet some of Kampala's biggest issues remain unsolved. He adds that even the most of the active MPs have to do more.
Because all these people belongs to different committees in Parliament. For example, Honorable George Senyonyi, the representative of Nakawa West, is the head COSASE. And we have had challenges here, accountability issues. We would invite him to intervene.
Meanwhile, 2 of the constituencies, Makindye West and Kawempe North, have not had representation for over a year. Elsewhere, the only woman representative, Shamim Malede, is off seeking health care after her health suddenly deteriorated. Joel Senyonyi of Nakawa West, who's at the helm of COSASE, appears to have made a great impact in his COSASE inquiries, though it is not clear how much he has contributed for his people in terms of raising their issues in the House. But where are the rest?
How many times have I talked about the role of technology in this country? How many times have you aired it? Wait for 10 years when this country will be in a quagmire. As a result of failure to embrace technology, you will come back to this interview. Quote this.
Mohammed Nsereko of Kampala Central Division says the city's issues are a cocktail of problems that can be addressed, but points to a lack of political will from government.
I think we did that during the budgetary process when we warned the whole country. So for those that failed to pay attention during that time, this is what you reap. Now you're facing the reality of what you avoided.
That aside, some are questioning the caliber of leaders who are elected to represent this great city, since it has been said of some were last heard of the day they saw in.
The people of Kampala can come up and really, when it comes to elections, vote in favor of people with the voice of reason. We are now surviving with almost about 30%, not even more than 30% of the people representing Kampala at Parliament, at the level of the division urban councils, but also at the KCCA, the authority council. We have only 30% of them that can be relied upon.
Kasbanti adds that the city also has a political contestation element involved.
Let me tell you the tactic of NRM government, and people just, for the 40 years it has been in power, only need to understand it thoroughly, the way it has understood Ugandanese. As long as there are candidates that can defeat those that NRM fear most, those would be favored.
Victoria Bagaya, NBS, Live at 9.